Final Destination finally gets a major filming update from the producer, and here's everything we know about the movie, including the confirmation, cast, and story. So let's get right into it. Death returns as the formidable and unavoidable foe in Final Destination 6, promising to shake up the established pattern of the series. Initially conceived as a spec script titled Flight 180 for the X-Files by Jeffrey Reddick, Final Destination surprised audiences with its clever premise, inventive death sequences, and portrayal of death as an unstoppable force rather than a traditional killer. Despite a series of sequels, Final Destination 5 stood out in 2011 for recapturing the series' enjoyable essence, earning commendable reviews. While the franchise lay dormant for some time, it remained a lucrative asset for New Line Cinema, with the collective earnings of its 5 films reaching hundreds of millions worldwide. Despite speculation that the series had concluded, recent announcements of an upcoming reimagining indicate that Final Destination 6 will revive the franchise once more. There has been a recent uproar regarding Final Destination 6. They just announced a bunch of new faces joining the cast. Of course, we've got Tony Todd making a comeback as Bloodworth, which is awesome. But wait, there's more! Brec Bassinger, Tio Briones, and Caitlin Santawana are stepping up as the new main characters. Pretty exciting, right? They're keeping a lid on who these characters are for now, so we'll have to wait and see. And that's not all. Joining them in supporting roles are Richard Harmon, Anna Lohr, Owen Patrick Joyner, Max Lloyd Jones, Raya Kilstead, and Tin-Po Lee. It's shaping up to be quite the ensemble, but we'll have to stay tuned for more details on what their roles will be all about. Now guess who's taking the director's chair? It is Zach Lipovsky and Adam B. Stein, the gifted team behind Freaks, that is. And get this, they did it in the most spectacular way imaginable to land the job. They performed a jaw-dropping stunt that had the studio executives stunned during a Zoom call. They pretended to be dead. How about leaving a lasting impression? It gets even more interesting from this point on. The writers of the Saw film series, Patrick Melton and Marcus Dunstan, originally wrote the script for Final Destination 6. However, Guy Busick, the creative force behind Scream and Scream 6, came in and assumed command. We are definitely in for a wild ride with this one then. That being said, while there's no set release date yet, filming for Final Destination 6 kicked off in early March 2024 and might hit theaters sooner than expected if everything goes smoothly. Producer Craig Perry is really pushing for a special release in 2025, marking the 25th anniversary of the first film. It just seems fitting that the 6th installment would drop around that time. Although it's not set in stone, chances are Final Destination 6 will make its debut in 2025. When it comes to the cast, Tony Todd kicked things off with his return as Bloodworth, the enigmatic figure from the previous films. But he's not the only familiar face we'll see. Joining him are some rising stars ready to make their mark in the Final Destination universe. Leading the pack are Brec Bassinger, known for her role in Stargirl, Ted Briones of Chucky fame, and Caitlin Santawana, recognized from The Flash. While their characters are still shrouded in mystery, their talent promises an electrifying performance. And let's not forget the supporting players who will add depth to the story. Richard Harmon, Anna Lohr, Owen Patrick Joyner, Max Lloyd Jones, Raya Kilstead, and Tin-Po Lee round out the ensemble, each bringing their own unique flair to the mix. While their roles are yet to be unveiled, their presence hints at a diverse and dynamic cast. So here's the lineup we have so far. Tony Todd reprising his role as Bloodworth, Brec Bassinger leading in an undisclosed role, Tio Briones commanding an undisclosed lead role, Caitlin Santawana taking charge in an undisclosed lead role, Richard Harmon lending his talent in an undisclosed supporting role, Anna Lohr adding depth in an undisclosed supporting role, Owen Patrick Joyner contributing in an undisclosed supporting role, Max Lloyd Jones lending his expertise in an undisclosed supporting role, Raya Kilstead joining the ensemble in an undisclosed supporting role, and Tin-Po Lee rounding out the cast in an undisclosed supporting role. With such a diverse and talented group, Final Destination 6 is shaping up to be one to watch. When it comes to the plot of Final Destination 6, there's already been a lot of buzz and speculation. Jeffrey Reddick, the creator of the franchise, hinted that this installment will break away from the typical formula. He mentioned in an interview with Hidden Remote that it won't just be about a group of people cheating death in the usual way. Reddick emphasized that while it's still a true Final Destination movie, it's going to take a different approach. So what do we know about the plot so far? Well, it's been revealed that Final Destination 6 will focus on first responders and emergency workers. These are folks who are no strangers to dealing with death, but this time they find themselves in its crosshairs. This fresh angle suggests that we might see some new twists in the Final Destination universe. As for specific details, those are being kept under wraps for now. We'll likely have to wait until the movie hits theaters to see just how the rules of the game have been shaken up. And with Tony Todd's Bloodworth playing a key role, perhaps her backstory will shed some light on the major changes in store. That said, Final Destination 6 just got a major update straight from producer Craig Perry. Since its debut in 2000, the Final Destination series has been a staple in the horror genre. After a hiatus over a decade following the release of the fifth installment in 2011, fans were thrilled to learn that a sixth movie was in the pipeline. Continuing the tradition of the franchise, the film is poised to follow a group of first responders as they face their fates in unforeseen ways. Now, Perry has taken to social media, as reported by Bloody Disgusting, to announce that filming for Final Destination 6 has officially commenced. Adding to the excitement, it's been revealed that the upcoming sequel will be titled Final Destination Bloodlines. Perry's post shared some behind-the-scenes insights, stating, "After a long, hard slog through the pandemic and the strikes, day one is finally in the can. 2025 will mark the 25th anniversary of the release of the first installment in the franchise. Honoring the occasion with another worldwide theatrical release, in IMAX no less, is a rare and wonderful thing. See you next year. P.S. I know, P-Pet Cemetery Bloodlines, but this is the title we've had for 3 years, and we're keeping it for now. It looks like fans can gear up for another thrilling ride into the world of Final Destination, with Bloodlines promising to deliver the suspense and shocks fans have come to expect from the franchise." With that being said, the announcement of the film's title adds an intriguing layer to the anticipation surrounding the project. It hints at a deeper exploration of the interconnectedness of fate and lineage, suggesting that the characters' destinies may be intertwined in unexpected ways. Perry's mention of honoring the 25th anniversary of the franchise's inception also underscores the significance of this upcoming installment. Furthermore, Perry's acknowledgement of the challenges faced during the pandemic and production strikes highlights the dedication and perseverance of the cast and crew in bringing Final Destination Bloodlines to fruition. Despite these obstacles, the team has pushed forward to deliver another thrilling chapter in the beloved horror series. As filming progresses and more updates emerge, we can look forward to learning more about the plot, characters, and chilling scenarios that await in Final Destination Bloodlines. With its promise of heart-pounding suspense and jaw-dropping twists, the film is poised to captivate audiences and reignite their love for the Final Destination franchise. Thanks for tuning in to today's video. We appreciate your support, and don't forget to leave your suggestions for future videos in the comments below. We'll see you next time.